But what are we going to do with this teaching that we're getting now? What are we going to do with the understanding that we have that that there's a man in the earth? And I'm saying a man, and I'm doing it generically. You don't have to believe it's me, all right? Because I don't want to fall out with you. And quite frankly, if you were telling me, I'm talking about you, if you were telling me you're the man in the earth that received a word and a new name that no man knoweth except you, and then you point to Revelation chapter 2, verse 17. Let's go with that again, because some people just might be just joining us. If you were to tell me, I probably wouldn't believe you. I probably wouldn't. Look at Revelation chapter 2, verse 17. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh, I will give to eat of the hidden manna. I will give him a white stone. And in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it. You know, and I said to you back in September 1991, I've been saying every day since then, that ATLAH was a name that God gave to me, and it had not been heard by men nor angels till God spoke it to me. Now, if you were telling me this about, if you were talking to me, right, I probably wouldn't believe you. Maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe I'd have a reason to believe you. I don't know. But just off the top, I probably wouldn't believe you. You know, the problem is this, is that not only, so don't feel bad that you don't believe, but I think you want to believe, because he that hath an ear, let him hear what Spirit is saying to the churches. The people need to hear what I'm saying today. They're not listening, but they need to hear what I'm saying. I'm telling you now. But if it were you telling me, I probably would, I'd look around and say, well, one of the things you could do, you say, well, Pastor Van, maybe I wouldn't have believed you back in 1991 when you first spoke it, but you've been speaking it now. We're in the year 2020. You've been speaking this word for 29 years. And you haven't relented, and you've been very bold about presenting it. It has gotten you in a lot of trouble to some degree. So maybe the fact that it is age now that a lot of people are going to hear. Maybe the fact, that the word is aged, and I've been seasoned. I've been saying it and saying and saying it. And then the other thing is that is Harlem really the new Jerusalem? That's crazy. I mean, you would say, right? Yeah, well, Harlem? Why didn't he choose, I don't know, someplace in Florida maybe, or someplace in California, I don't know. Harlem? The new holy city? Are you kidding? Harlem is holy ground, but that's what God said 29 years ago. ATLAH, that's what God said. The land where the men shall walk barefoot, because the land's holy ground. And then there's an acronym, says all the land anointed holy. But you would say, well, Pastor Manning, come on, Harlem? Come on now. Maybe I'll believe that God will speak to you and give you that new name. But Harlem? Are you serious? Harlem? Well, why wouldn't you believe that's Harlem? Well, what you got against Harlem? You say, well, I ain't got nothing against Harlem. It just don't seem right. I know. And by the way, you and I, we're just talking, right? We're not falling out one another. I'm not angry with you. You're not angry. We're just talking. But you got to watch out, though. And you got to watch out, because the Bible said, he that hath an ear, let him hear. And him that hear, I will give the power to overcome. He that hath an ear, let him hear. So you better watch out. And you better not pout. You better watch out. And Harlem. God has called Harlem a holy city. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Well, I just don't believe. I think you're going to do something. You do it over there in Rome with the Pope and them Catholic people. Yeah, really? Well, I don't know. Yeah, it just don't seem right. They seem that. What do you mean don't seem right? Well, I don't know. Harlem ain't been known for nothing real good, Well, that's the same thing they said about Jesus coming out of Nazareth. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? You know that. Talking about, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Because Jesus was born in Nazareth, right? He was a Nazarene. And so everybody, John the Baptizer and everybody running around there talking about Jesus, the Son of God. And people looking and say, yeah, right, Jesus. Why would God bring anything good out of Nazareth? Oh no, Miss Indiana, can you find that? Why would nothing good can come out of Nazareth? That's what you remember that. Remember that. They said the same thing that you were saying about Harlem. They said the same thing about and Nazareth was something like Harlem too, by the way. It was pretty much a outskirts ghetto up there in the North Country in Galilee. It was a ghetto. Oh, where Jesus was born. Right? I ain't got nothing to do with this, by the way. I mean, but what I'm trying to say is that I understand you. I'm not angry with you, but I'm praying that the Bible says that he that hath an ear, let him hear what Spirit's saying to the churches. You need to, and people that are hearing this, you know, the message of the two wombs. People say, well, Pastor Ben, I believe that word. Now, I heard you preach that, and I believe that the earth, Adam came out of the womb of the earth, and then Eve is the mother, and God cursed Eve's womb. That's why women have their menstrual. Right? And so, yeah, we got that word. Oh, yeah, put it up there. And Nathanael said unto him, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? That's what people are saying about me right now. Can any good thing come out of Harlem? Well, Nazareth was a ghetto like Harlem. You know, it was. It wasn't a ghetto, maybe just poor people and everything, but it wasn't the kind of place you'd figure that, you know, that even in the Holy Land, that if Jesus was going to be born, he'd have been born right there in Jerusalem, in the temple, right? But it wasn't. He was born in Bethlehem. And the other thing about this, you might want to say, well, you know, Jesus was born in a cow stable, and they put him in a feeding trough and wrapped him in swaddling clothes. Okay, anything good, can the Son of God be born in a cow stable with cow manure stinking up the place? Yeah. Oh, then something good can come out of Harlem. So what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.